VoiceBox Media Group, VoiceBox Media Group, we are back. We are back. How y'all doing? You already know we are on VoiceBox Radio, coming to you live and in person. We are super excited about today's episode. I can't thank everyone who came for other episodes for coming on, telling their story, letting the world know what they do. We're hoping to reach this worldwide, so thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you being here. And I got a special guest as always. Y'all better tune in. But first, I want to talk to y'all a little bit. Christmas is coming. Are you excited? I got my jingle bells on. I got my jingle bells on. But with me, I have such a special guest. I'm super excited. We have Reisha Armstead from Nurture to Love. Who knows what Nurture to Love is? Like, comment, subscribe. If you know Nurture to Love, send her a shout out. She's a little nervous today, but I told her don't be. We're her people. For sure, for sure. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. And we have Risha from Nurture to Love. I want you to take time, introduce yourself, and I want to thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, I am Reisha Armstead. I am the founder of Nurture to Love. It is a youth group for girls ages 7 to 17. And in our group, it's a nonprofit. We are dedicated to empowering young girls through personal development, leadership, mentorship, academic
Mhm.
supports, also coping skills,
Mhm.
mental health, because that's very important. It's really hard out here now, so we definitely drive with the mental health.
Mhm.
Also, we do life skills, so we do it all.
Oh, that's really, really cool. Now, are you the only owner, or are there other people that participate to assist you also?
So I'm the founder. My
Okay.
granddaughter, Notori Gillis, she's the co-founder,
Okay.
and she's the reason why Nurture to Love came about. I also have a wonderful team, which consists of my sisters, my mother, and then I have some others that's on the team, and they are very great. They really, put in the work just as much as I do, and I really appreciate them
That
for
is
that.
super cool. That's super cool that you was able to keep it into the family, and also incorporate the community. So that's really, really awesome. I think it's super superb that we have a mentor group for young children, especially the teens. Sometimes they don't know how to navigate life, or they don't have the support system to navigate through life. So that's super exciting when it comes to mentorship group.
Yeah.
What made you start Nurture to Love?
Okay, so a little backstory. I started Nurture to Love originally in 2014,
Okay.
and it started with my granddaughter. She was being bullied, and I didn't know that she was being bullied.
Mm-hmm.
So she was diagnosed with eczema
Okay.
at the age of 4. So by the time she was 7, she was she she was really like a very happy kid.
Mm-hmm.
She loved on people, hugged, she loved school. Her sisters was her everything. But I noticed a shift in her.
Okay.
She started, being mean to her sisters, not wanting to go to school,
Mm-hmm.
wanting to be by herself. So I didn't know what was going on with her, but I just know that something wasn't right.
Absolutely.
So I said to her, I said, listen, I said, my mom loves you and she's going to do anything to help you,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't help you if you don't tell me what's going on. So she told me, which I was definitely not ready for it. She told me, she said, Mama, I don't have no friends. Nobody likes me. She said, all the kids
I'm
call
sorry.
me monster. And I was like,
So sad.
what? She said, all the kids call me monster. And I said, what did the teacher say? So, of course, I'm upset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm furious. I calls the teacher. The teacher tells me, well, I thought that she likes to play by herself. And I'm like in a class full of kids,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So I, I come home. I talk to her. I sit her down. I say to her, I say, we're not going to get angry. I said, how about if we start a support group? Now, of course, she's 7. She don't know what a support group
Mm-hmm.
is. So I gotta explain to her, and I'm saying to her, like, basically what we're gonna do is help others that might be going through
Feeling the
something,
same way.
because I'm sure you're not the only one that's being bullied.
Yeah,
It's
for
other
sure.
ones out there that's being bullied. So we started the group, 5 girls at my kitchen table.
Okay.
I was picking them up, dropping them off. And it became like overwhelming. So without a lot of, parent support, it was like I was by the time I pick them up, it's time for me to drop them off.
Mhm.
So we stopped the group. However, that was in 2014.
Oh wow. They've been established for a long time. That's over 10 years.
Yeah. So what happened was it kept nagging at me.
Mm-hmm.
It kept nagging at me. And I kept this is how my mother and my sisters came about to get involved,
Okay.
because over the years I just kept saying about, I want to start my group, I want to start my group back up, I want to start it back up.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom is like, Risha, if you want to do it, then do it. Because one
Mm-hmm.
thing about my mom, she hate can't.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't have the money, I don't have the space, I
Mm-hmm.
don't have the transportation. So she says to me, girl, you got too many problems. You have to step out on faith. So what I did, and I kid you not, I took, I was on my laptop one day,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, this was my fear column, which was my cons, and my pros was over here.
Mm-hmm.
And my fear column was 3 things. I had no money, I had no transportation, and I had no building, no space to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But over in my pros column, it was like, you know, you could provide love. You could teach these girls confidence,
Mm-hmm.
self respect,
Absolutely.
mentorship. It was just like the list just kept going on.
More
And it
pros
was
than
that day,
cons.
it was like, you know what? Today is the day.
Mm-hmm.
So we relaunched
Okay.
April the 4th, 2018,
Okay.
and we've been going ever since. And like I said, we've been going off of the faith of God,
For sure.
because we don't have any grants.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is straight out of pocket. And I can honestly say, out of the 7.5 years that we've been going, maybe twice was we felt like maybe we need to cancel the night because we don't have the supplies or the money that we
Mm-hmm.
need or the food that we need for them tonight. But before we can cancel, God made a way. So
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. That's what it's about. Yeah, that's what it's about. I love that you said that you guys were stepping out on faith.
mhm,
That is so important. Because sometimes the resources aren't there. Sometimes we just have
exactly.
to trust that the good we're doing is going to be protected. And that's just a special thing. I just love it.
And that's what you said, that because this is what we teach the girls. So they in the group, we do a spotlight,
Okay.
you know. So they don't know
That they're
that
getting
that
picked.
we're looking, and but we're seeing different things, and then we're gonna spotlight this because
Mm-hmm.
we bring it to the forefront and let them know why we spotlight you today, why you're being acknowledged at this time
Mm-hmm.
for a good deed
Yeah.
or something that they did.
Mm-hmm.
So because at the end of the day, it may not come in money, you know, but you will get it back.
Absolutely.
You will get it back.
In
So,
abundance. Absolutely. That's what we believe. We get it back in abundance for sure. So let's talk about why mentorship is so critical in the areas we live in.
oh wow. So back when I was coming up,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you had the lady across the street, the lady down the street,
The village.
corner, anybody
Absolutely.
can come and chastise you. You're doing wrong, you're doing, even if you're doing good. anybody can come and say, this is what I'm seeing that I don't like, or this is what I'm seeing that I do like. Well, now our communities are not like that.
Very sensitive.
If I say to pull your pants up, now that could be a whole altercation.
Absolutely.
And it shouldn't be like that,
Mm-hmm.
So with me, I feel like even though it's not my child,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
You still want to look after them.
all these kids
Absolutely.
are my responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know you and I don't have to know you. You know, the it's still my responsibility.
I'm going to make sure you're good while you're in my presence.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So that's why I do it.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Not often we hear people just doing it for the love of people or for the love of help, trying to help someone. Most of the time, someone's looking for something in return or a profit or whatever the case may be. We discuss this a lot, especially when nonprofits come on, because the lack of resources, the lack of transportation, all of these things get in the way. Especially transportation. Transportation is a big issue. I wish that was like one of the first things that we were able to establish, especially with mentor groups, because if we had a van or if we had transportation or people just volunteering to help pick up these young kids, they would come out.
Yeah.
They would come out, they would be a part of it, but if you don't extend the helping hand, they never know about it. So thank you for even having the program for Nurture to Love. I do know a lot of girls that are part of your program and they absolutely love it. And I see the work that you're doing in the community. I see it all the time. Let's talk about some of the things that you do. So let's talk about some of the past events that you've done.
Okay, so we've collaborated with
Just a little louder.
we collaborated with, Serve. We collaborated with Gateway Wellness Center. We've had the Zeta, the sorority sisters come down. Roberta Store, I love her. She's
Love her.
always
Shout out to Miss Roberta. We love
is
you.
a big support of Nurture the Love. I just love her.
Yes.
We wanted to like show the girls different things,
Mm-hmm.
uh, give them different opportunities. So we took them to a live show, Cinderella Live.
Okay.
We just had our Christmas party. We did our girls had academic achievement luncheon, and we took them to Philadelphia,
Oh.
and they were able to eat all the lobster they wanted to eat.
Oh.
We made them some nice shadow boxes so that they keepsake that they can keep, So that's one of our incentives to try to get our girls to, to really be on top of their grades and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We had our harvest party.
That's really cool. So, do you have a cutoff of amount of girls that you take, or what's the process if someone wanted to join a group?
So right now, it's free registration.
Okay.
The registration is free. We do have a cutoff of 30 girls because of the space where we operate at. We down in Gateway in Bridgeton and 155 Spruce Street, and we only have enough space for 30 girls there. So right now, our census is 25. So, and we always, and I'm so happy for this that our census is always there. Like we always have a high rate. So, and our girls, they come in at 7 and they stay, they graduate with us. So that's another blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So I encourage other girl groups that's out here. I know Blooming Roses is out here. Um,
Some wonderful groups.
The Rubies are out here.
Yeah.
I encourage you to, keep on doing what you're doing because, no one of us can do it alone.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot of, different activities for our sports and stuff for the boys. But us girls,
we need a
little, yeah, it's like we got a disadvantage, but we going, keep on moving and keep on going. So yeah.
I think I was one of the fortunate ones that had a lot of different mentors on my side telling me to keep going, a lot of family members, a lot of support. A lot of girls nowadays don't have the support or they don't speak up about what's happening to them. So I think that's such an important and vital figure that you hold because these girls come to you and confide in you about either the simplest things or the most complex things, and you kind of have to take it in and give good direction.
Yes.
Right? How do you maintain your good direction? How do you maintain your balance?
Okay, so what we do is because everybody don't vibe with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So at Nurture to Love, we tell our girls, if it's someone here that you feel like you vibe with, that you feel like you can connect with, that you may, because I may not be the person, yeah, Miss Reisha, she the founder, but Miss Reisha may not be the person that you feel most comfortable with.
Yes.
So I tell them, if it's someone in here that you feel comfortable with, that you can talk to, then you go to that person and talk to.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to force no one to come and talk to me because, like it is, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
And if I feel like, I'm going to talk to who I feel comfortable talking to.
Absolutely.
So that's with anything, I noticed that a lot of the girls that come in, like self love is hard,
Self love is,
and that's what we try to teach. And I, because from day to day, you every day you just don't love yourself.
Every day you don't.
You just don't. What I can say is, and I spoke to my girls about this. I can relate to that because me growing up, I didn't love myself. Growing up, I felt I was ugly.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that I was a toddler wearing glasses, So I'm this high going to school with glasses. I hated it, So you couldn't tell me that, and I never heard the words, you're a pretty girl. I never heard that coming up, So I can relate,
Absolutely.
So when girls they feel this way and stuff, and I tell them like, you know, I didn't just get here overnight.
Absolutely.
I'm 53 years old.
Mm.
And I'm still, taking in learning weights to fully love myself.
Absolutely.
It takes time.
Yeah, I thank you for taking the risk to come on the show. She was really, really nervous, but you're doing an amazing job. And I told her it's everything that you do on a daily basis that makes you who you are. And I definitely can relate about being younger and not knowing my full self and not knowing my potential, and listening to other people downgrade you and make you feel like that you're not worth it and you're not that you're less than. But that's simply not the case.
Yeah.
That's simply not the case. Everyone can live their dream, whatever it is, being
Whatever.
whoever they are, and live in a space where they're comfortable.
Yeah. We had so, you know, when you think of girls, you think of jobs like, I want to be a teacher. I want to be, we had someone come in and actually show carpentry, cut tools, because if this is what you want to do, you can do it, like don't put boundaries on yourself. If this is what you want to do, you do it, whether you're a female or not, this is what we want them to know. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. So, and our girls, there's some good girls, like we never had like teen pregnancy and stuff like that and whatnot. And that's good, and we try to, tell them, you know, it's more than just that, and don't condemn, those that had, like, because I was a teen mom, but it's like,
Show them the
it's other, it's so much more, and now with
I
the
agree
world
completely.
opening up to all this AI and all this and that, it's like, it's going to be.
Absolutely. Sounds like you're giving them everything that they need. Uh, are you thinking about possibly opening up a voice group at some point?
So I am.
Okay.
I am. I have the name for it.
Okay.
I just gotta get the men in place.
Okay.
That I need for that because I'm a woman. So
You
I
can't
can't
teach them
teach them,
everything.
you know,
Absolutely.
things that a man can,
Absolutely.
but I do.
I said that to myself today. I'm always sending my son like little things that I see either on TikTok, Facebook, of like things men should know
Yeah.
growing up or different things like that. I'm like, hey, I could probably write a book or something
Yeah.
about this because I want him to have the morale to be able to be a good person.
Yes.
First, be a good person, then be a good man. Because anybody can just be a good man, but if you're a good person, you're good to everything. You're good to
Exactly.
animals, plants, soul, body.
Exactly.
Right. So I think the men's group is important also, especially the ones who don't have the guidance, especially in our area. So that's really cool and awesome. Another thing is that I thought stuck out that you help the girls set boundaries for themselves.
Yes.
Because boundaries are so important, knowing when to say no,
Exactly.
knowing what's appropriate,
Mm-hmm.
knowing about their sexual preferences. All of those things are so important when they're growing up. If nobody never talked to them, guess who's teaching them? Their friends.
Yep.
They learn from their friends first, then they learn from us. So
Yes.
in my house, I like to teach them first, and then they can hear what their
Yeah,
friends got to
'cause
say and
sometimes
take what they
it's
need.
too late.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's too late.
So
The preventative measures that you take in are so awesome. So I just commend you on the things that you're doing.
yeah.
I see a lot of things that you're doing. I'm always like, wow, she's super active with the girls. Even and it's not published all the time, right? You don't say, hey, we're doing this week or whatever. You post the pictures and proof.
Yes.
And that's what's valuable. You're not expecting anything in return, so that's super cool.
No, I don't. Because I love what I do. It, like I said, it's a passion for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I I love what I do, and I'm happy that I have people on my team
Mm-hmm.
that love doing it with me. You know, and it's a difference when it's not from here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a difference when it's a disservice to me,
Mm-hmm.
to the youth, when it's not from here.
Absolutely.
If it's about you thinking about a big come up or a big payday,
Mm-hmm.
then just don't do it.
Absolutely.
Just don't do it because it's not from here.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I love what I do.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I have breath,
Okay.
I'm gonna continue.
Real quick, I want you to give them your social media, how they can find you, if they have a girl that wants to join the group, the age requirements, anything that they need to know surrounding the program.
Okay, so we have a Facebook page. It is
Facebook.
501c3 Nurture the Love Nonprofit Corporation. That is our Facebook page. Also, I had a Nurture the Love on Instagram, and then I have nurturethelove.org is our website. And like I said, we operate at 155 Spruce Street in Bridgeton on Wednesday nights, 5:30 to 8. The age group is 7 to 17. Right now we have 5 slots open,
Okay.
and it is free program. It doesn't cost you anything,
Mm-hmm.
you know, bring your kids. And also I do want to say this
Mm-hmm.
because we don't discriminate, if special needs, you know, we don't discriminate. So bring your girls. Bring your girls. We I've been dealing with special needs my whole life. I've worked with special needs. So it's not, my child might have, reading disorder or autistic, or we don't discriminate.
Okay. Could you give us a success story about one of the participants that like possibly came through your program and was super successful, or someone who just gained something from the knowledge of the program?
Okay, so I have
You don't have to give any names or anything, but just give their
okay, so we
story.
had a we had a young girl, and she was really down on herself. She felt like she was ugly. She was always told she was ugly. She was being teased. and told that she was ugly. And she was in a group. And I was like, talking to her and mentoring her.
Mhm.
And so I showed her, because she was a very, very beautiful girl, very beautiful heart. But she couldn't see that she was beautiful. So I took and showed her a picture of Grace Jones because I needed her to see. Because Grace Jones, for years, people say,
Yeah.
how unpretty she was. I'm not going to use the word ugly, how unpretty she was. And then I show her, I said, look, she is the most successful model, one of the most successful models in the world,
Mhm.
you know? And if she let that, you know,
Bring her
what
down.
people say and get her down and stuff, or what, she would still be down. But instead, she worldwide, she's known worldwide,
Absolutely.
famous for, her style. So I just wanted her to know that, I don't care what someone says about you or whatever. It's what you believe. You get up.
Mhm.
Affirmations is important. Self affirmation is important. And I tell them, get up and tell yourself in the morning that you look good, you're pretty,
Yeah.
you're smart, whatever it is that you feel is not what you think that it should be. It not look the way you think it should look or whatever. So affirmations to me, self affirmations are very important. They're very important.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I love self affirmations. Sometimes when I'm not feeling good, I'll be like, I'm not doing that today. That doesn't apply to me. But you have to say them, even when you're feeling bad, even when you're feeling good, you still have to continue it. Make it a habit, and you'll feel better about yourself for sure.
yeah, I sit and I have conversations with myself. Like sometimes, like I said, when it get hard, my thing is I can't quit because every week I'm talking to these girls about being consistent, showing up. And I tell them, if you don't show up, that means you give up,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Absolutely.
So you have to show up. So I sit up and I talk to myself like, Reisha, what is you doing today? No, you need to, no, we're not doing that. Actually have a conversation with myself
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes I'll be like, ooh, I remember one day going to speak with Tracy Wells,
Yes.
having a conversation. And me and her sat there and we just cried and we talked, because like it is,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like sometimes the resources they're not there. The support is not there. So it's like, oh, but you remember what you're doing it for.
Absolutely.
You remember why you do
I'm
it.
so glad you said that about consistency. A lot of times we see programs come, they're successful for a little bit, they have all the kids, and then they disappear. And then those kids are like, "Hey, where'd the
What do you
program
think
go?"
you do to those kids?
Absolutely, the impact that it makes.
Exactly.
I think that's the most thing that I preach in my house: respect and consistency.
Yes.
You have to have respect and you have to be consistent because if you don't have consistency, no one's going to believe in you,
Hmm. And
and you're not going to believe in
the
yourself.
programs is the only place where they can come and they feel like
Oh, let's
I
talk
could come
about it.
be myself. I could come express myself.
Absolutely.
You know, they are actually they look forward to this program, and now it's going.
Mhm.
So I'm like, no, I want them to be consistent. I want to hold them accountable. They gonna hold me accountable. I have to be consistent. I have to show up.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. Um, let's talk about what legacy that you want to leave. What is it that you want people to know about your program, why you started it? What is your legacy you want to leave?
So I want to leave. When people think of nurture to love, it's just that we nurture
Mhm.
to love. We nurture these girls so that they learn to love themselves. And I always want them to know that what nurture to love mean and what nurture to love stands for was built on love. And to always love themselves and
Mm,
be respectful and show love to others. So,
absolutely. Absolutely. So, moving forward with the interview, so I didn't bring you here for no reason, of course. I brought you here for a reason. Um, VoiceBox Media Group, VoiceBox Radio, Mission VoiceBox. I know we partnered together for a bunch of events. We always see each other. But what can VoiceBox Media Group do for you to amplify what you have going on?
so this what we're doing now,
Okay.
and this right here will help us in so many ways because, like it is, we've been in operation for 7.5 years,
Absolutely.
and people still say,
What's
"Nurture the
nurture?
love." What is that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never heard of that. So this right here just giving us a platform to be able to come on
Mm-hmm.
and tell about our program.
Help you.
That is very, very, helpful and beneficial to us, and we really appreciate it.
Okay. So we're here to support you. Anything you have going on, feel free to reach out to us. We'll join in. I know you say you want to do the class for the girls. We're more than open. Hopefully, they can start their own podcast, and that could be a part of the program of them coming
So
out with
that's their
their.
goal.
Yeah,
So that's why I wanted them to actually come and
absolutely.
do hands, see
Mhm.
for firsthand of how everything goes and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Absolutely. I wish you would have brought some of them today. That would have been great to interview them on their perspective. But that could be another interview we could.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we could do like after an event and tell what they did and how they felt about it, and just get their leadership skills out there, speaking skills, different things like that. So we can definitely help you on that part of leadership.
Yeah.
For
Right.
sure. For sure. Okay, so how can someone who's interested in being a mentor, someone who's interested in just helping out or volunteering, how can they reach out to you, ask you if you need help, any community leaders, how can they reach you?
Okay. So, uh, right now I don't have a office space,
Okay. We're gonna
but
work on
as
that.
of January 1st, which is coming real soon, I will have office space. I will be located downtown in Bridgeton on East Commerce Street.
Okay.
Well, make sure I get the address and everything out to
Absolutely. Look forward
everybody.
to that post.
So you'll be able to come down. You'll be able to do registrations there. You'll be able to come down and uh, sign up for partnerships, volunteer, you name it. We also take students, high school students that are going off to college, and college students that need internships. We also take those, so you can get in touch with us about those. If you
Uh-huh.
got kids out there that need to come down and get hours for whatever classes they need, we will take them.
Hmm.
We welcome them, so we do that.
Okay.
Um, so I'll be posting soon the address for the office and all that. But right now, like I said, we're down at 155 Spruce Street. We're down there on Wednesday night. So if you want to stop in, you can stop in and we can, talk and speak about other,
That's great.
activities.
That's great. If you haven't already, go on Facebook, go to Nurture to Love, see all the events that they had this year, look at all the comments, look at all the perspective that they're doing. And if you can do something to help Nurture to Love, whether it's transportation, whether it's donations, whether it's volunteering your time, please reach out to Ms. Reisha Armstead. She's a wonderful person to get to know. She'll sit and talk with you and let you know how you can help. Us providing this platform for her is super important, just like everyone else. We provide the creative space for people to come and tell about themselves, tell their stories, and tell why it is they do this work.
Yes.
So we have that in common. That's super, super exciting for me to just sit in your presence and understand your mentorship program. So I'm going to hit you with one last question. of course. What I asked everyone, what is one message you want the listeners to get out of today's show?
I want them to understand that these kids are all of our kids. Please,
Mm,
please do not turn your back. These are all of our kids
mm-hmm.
and they need us. They are living in a time that is not like a time that we were living in. You
Absolutely.
know, it's very hard just being an adult out here. So you can imagine how hard it is for these kids.
For sure.
They have more access to things that we never had access to.
Mhm.
Please pay attention to the kids.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be the birth parent, they don't have to be related to you.
Mm-hmm.
Please pour into the kids, all the kids,
All the
not just
kids.
your kids. Love all the kids.
Absolutely. I think being relatable is one of the biggest things right now, because kids think of like teachers, discipline, all adults are disciplined. I like to be an ear for them. I like to
Yes,
sit and listen. I like to understand what they're going through. I like to give them my perspective and the things that I went through and how times have changed and I understand. One young lady told me that no one understands her.
hmm,
And I told her, I'm here to listen. I may not understand, but I'm here to listen and give you some valuable advice.
yes,
And you can take what you need from it and throw the rest away.
exactly. Yeah, I
Mhm,
say, pick what parts is
mhm,
good for you,
mhm.
you know, but I won't give you nothing that's going to steer you wrong.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give you stuff that I know will put you on the right path.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to give you nothing that's
Mhm,
going to steer you wrong,
mhm.
but you can take from it whatever it is that you want to take from it,
Yes,
and hopefully that is something that can help you.
absolutely.
That's all. That's the best that we can do.
You guys, we have Reisha Armstead from Nurture to Love. Thank you for coming in today. We greatly appreciate you. There is none like it. Any other mentor groups that want to come in, share their story, share their organization or nonprofit, we are more than welcome to have you. Please reach out to VoiceBox Media Group. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any platform, YouTube. If you want to rewatch all of these, please feel free. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate all of you for tuning in. Like I said, if you haven't already, get on that Facebook, go to Nurture to Love, see the things that they're doing in the community, the impact they're making, and the things that are going on in our kids' lives. Remember,
Please come out, collaborate with us,
collaborate
partnership
with
with
us.
us.
For sure, for sure. If there's any leaders, any community people who are interested in assisting her, please reach out to her. She's more than welcome to help and everything. Real quick, Miracle Learning Kids Academy. Don't forget, ages 2.5 to 13, the wonderful Miss Tracy. She's located in the Upper Deerfield. She has childcare from 6:30 to 6 p.m. Her number is 856-378-4437. She offers homework help, academic enrichment, personal peer development, life skills. And if your kids are into arts and crafts and music and different things like that, let them go to Miss Tracy. She'll get them involved. And you never know, they may have a say here on VoiceBox Radio. Thank you guys for tuning in. We greatly appreciate you. Until next time, VoiceBox Radio loves you. Happy holidays, and we are out.
Happy holidays.
Thank you guys.